Yo guys, welcome back to KLs. We're now here for the F1 Singapore qualifying here today. So yeah, sorry, I am like 2 minutes late. Just needed to do a few things before we went live. But yeah, we are now live, and it is certainly going to be interesting because Max Verstappen is actually able to win the whole Drivers' Championship this weekend, if he is successful on winning the Grand Prix and Leclerc finishes 8th, and then that way Max Verstappen will unfortunately be able to win the Grand Prix this week. But yeah, it should be interesting. Of course, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris are out on their lap now. But yeah, overall, it certainly is going to be an interesting race, in my opinion, coming up this week, to be fair. I mean, we've got, I don't know, Leclerc, who's obviously looking Leclerc, who's obviously looking for a win. Leclerc hasn't won a race in quite a while now. So we are, of course, it's going to be interesting to see when will Charles Leclerc win his next race. Will Lewis Hamilton win a race this season? When is that going to come? When we're going to see Lewis win a race? Or will Max be able to just be able to do it and win the whole thing by winning again this week, which I believe will be, I don't know, like his 7th or 8th in a row, winning the race 7th or 8th time in a row. So it will certainly be very interesting to see what happens on that end. But obviously, if you have watched my F1 streams before, I really don't like Max Verstappen. Now, I'm quite a big fan of Lewis Hamilton and, of course, like Charles Leclerc as well. At the moment, Lewis Hamilton leads at the moment. 156.937 is his fastest lap at this current moment in time. Also, Daniel Ricciardo just pops up to 5th now. I mean, Ricciardo, we want to see a decent race from Daniel Ricciardo because we haven't really. I don't know. I remember the last time where we saw a good race from Daniel Ricciardo, and mostly everyone really likes Daniel Ricciardo, and we of course want to see him have a good race again, to be fair. So it'd be interesting to see when he does start to do well again, which will hopefully be soon, of course. But yeah, they're all on the inter tires at the moment because it is quite wet on the track, to be fair. It is quite wet. They were having quite a few problems in the practice, so they weren't really able to get like as much. I don't think anyone really got as much done as they really wanted to in the practices, to be fair. So I think that frustrates quite a few. That did frustrate quite a few people. Leclerc's currently on his outlap at the moment. So yeah, Leclerc's on his first lap for the on the practice so far. I just need to quickly do this. Oh God, I was meant to do that, but currently, George Russell's now on the fastest lap at the moment. George Russell has now got the fastest lap out of everyone at this current moment in time. So far, both the Mercedes cars are up in first and second at the moment in qualifying. We've got 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Now, so yeah, make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't already done so, guys, and subscribe if you are new as well. It would, of course, be good if you could. And now Charles Leclerc tops at the moment. Charles Leclerc currently holds that pole position at the moment. So yeah, Leclerc is now at the top, overtaking Russell now. Ocon currently holds 5th place at the moment. Ocon's now in 5th at the moment. So yeah, it's looking. Perez now up to third. Good luck for Sergio Perez. Got about 10 minutes left to go with this qualifying session now. Oh wait, no, of the first session for qualifying. Oh, problem for Kevin Magnussen. He bit of a lock up there. He went spinning off the track there, Kevin Magnussen. Problem with Leclerc as well. He went spinning off. Kind of like around the same place. So this track, this Singapore track, is one of the hardest to drive on, though, to be fair. It definitely is one of the hardest to drive on. Hamilton tops again. So Lewis Hamilton on the fastest lap, 1 minute 54.689. So this is the longest track out of them all. Like this is the track where you will get your longest race time. So Norris goes up to 6th after a good lap there. Here we're looking at Zhou Guanyu at the moment. Currently a minute around the track. But yeah, obviously, this is obviously a really hard track to drive on, as we know, of course. It's always Singapore's always an interesting Grand Prix. To be fair, it always is an interesting one. To be completely honest with you, I'm gonna put out a poll. That's not spelled. Will. Make sure you get in the live chat. Subscribe if you're new, guys. Drop a like as well. I'm going to put out a poll. Will Max Verstappen win the championship this weekend? And then yes or no, of course. So yeah, will Max Verstappen win the whole thing this week? There's a chance he does. I mean, I think if Max finishes on pole, then he'll definitely win the race. I'm sure. If Max finishes on pole, he will win the race. But I think, Charles Leclerc needs to finish in about. Leclerc needs to finish like 8th, and Verstappen needs to finish first if he is to win the whole thing, though. So, that's the interesting thing, though. Leclerc needs to finish in 8th, and Verstappen needs to win it. I'm sure Leclerc will finish higher than 8th. There was a yellow flag in sector 3. It's gone back to a green flag now. Seven minutes left of the first qualifying session. Obviously, the top 15, as we know, go through, and the bottom 5 go out. And then obviously we will see and then obviously in qualifying 2, we see the top 10 go out. No, not the top 10. And then the other 5 go out. So then we get a top 10. And then in the qualifier 3, that's when we will actually get to see what does happen. So Leclerc back at the top now. Charles Leclerc back at the top with 1 minute 54.222. So yeah, Leclerc currently leading. He's in that pole position at the moment. Followed behind by Max Verstappen, who's 0.173 seconds. Well, it's not even a second behind. It's just who's 0.173 milliseconds off of Leclerc at the top. Make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't already, guys, and subscribe if you're new. Get voting on the poll as well, of course. Perez says, "Why did you stop Max there? I was pushing." I don't know. So Hamilton's in 5th, Russell's in 7th, Sainz is in 4th at the moment. So top 3, Leclerc, Verstappen, and Perez in the top 3 at the moment. Interesting. But yeah, who is going to get that pole position to start with, though? I mean, it certainly is going to be an interesting one. Who will actually finish on pole? Who will get pole position going into tomorrow's race? Because I think it will be Verstappen. I think it will be Max Verstappen, unfortunately. But it could be anyone, to be fair. I mean, Leclerc could get it. I feel like there's a chance that Hamilton could get it as well. So, I feel like there's a chance for anyone, really, to be fair. I feel like there is a chance that anyone can get it, to be fair. But it certainly will be interesting. It certainly will be interesting. But obviously, I am hoping that we do see Leclerc or Hamilton finish on pole. They are my 2 favorite races, and we need someone to stop Verstappen from winning. I mean, obviously, it won't happen. Like, it's basically done already. Max Verstappen is going to win the Drivers' Championship. Obviously, though, like, what is everyone's thoughts on, of course, Red Bull are currently being investigated over, going over budgets and stuff for the car. So, and then there was rumors that apparently that Lewis Hamilton might be awarded the title from last year, and then I don't know, Red Bull might get disqualified from this year. That means it would go to Leclerc. So, I mean, obviously, I have said quite a few stuff about about Verstappen. Obviously, look, it's a bit dodgy with what's going on with him in the car. But, they won't get found guilty of it, though. I don't think they will, even though I still think there is definitely something dodgy going with him, to be fair. But I don't think anything will happen to Red Bull, though, as much as I want it to, because I really don't like any of them. I don't really like anyone who has anything to do with Red Bull. I don't like Christian Horner. I don't like Verstappen. Perez is all right, but just because he surrounds himself with those 2 clowns, I don't like him. Let me just quickly. So, with hashtag F1 Singapore. Leclerc is still at the top, but Verstappen's on his outlap, Hamilton's 5th, Russell's 8th, Stroll's on his outlap now as well. So we've got a few races now on their outlap. We've got just over 2 minutes left of the first qualifying. Albon's currently sat in 19th. So Vettel, Bottas, Tsunoda, Albon, and Latifi are currently they're currently in the danger zone, of course, of going out. Latifi. Obviously, Latifi is leaving Williams at the end of this season. But, yeah, obviously, Latifi, you've had Nick DeVries come in. And in one race, he's got more points than Latifi. So, I don't know. I believe Nick DeVries was in Albon's car, though. And Albon has got the better car than Latifi. But still, though, Latifi he's not very good, is he? He's not. It's not just the car, it's him as well. So I'm look a little bit further down. About a minute left. Now of the first qualifying session here. So yeah, we got 1 minute left, and then that is that one done. Make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new, guys. Hamilton now tops the grid at the moment. Hamilton currently holds that pole position. with 1 minute 53.161. So solid there solid at the moment for my man Lewis Hamilton. Leclerc holds second, Verstappen in third, final 10 seconds. Daniel Ricciardo currently at risk. Alex Albon in 16th. Tsunoda goes up to 8th, so that's basically, he might have just about saved himself on that lap there, Tsunoda. Ocon at risk. Gasly's puts himself up to 11th. That's Gasly done. Schumacher is a driver at risk at the moment in 15th. That's a lot. No, that's Zoe and Gasly done, and Bottas is done. Ocon, that's him done, and Ocon is out. That's Leclerc done for the first section. Verstappen, top of the, Verstappen now tops the grid. He's now currently holding that pole position on qualifying 1. Lewis Hamilton's still got a lap to go, though. Hamilton's not done just yet. So Latifi's done. Latifi starting in last, as per usual. Albon's yet to finish. He's currently in 19th, but yet to finish. Perez goes back to the pit. That's Perez done. Sainz is done. Russell's done. Magnussen still going. Hamilton's still going. Some race, there are still a few people going, though. There are still a few people going. Not done just yet. Stroll, that's Lance Stroll done. He's in 13th at the moment, Lance Stroll. Bottas is the driver at risk. He's done, though. Magnus, not Albon, could overtake that, though, and get into 15th. They've still got that to go. That's Hamilton done. Hamilton's finished. Schumacher goes up now. He's in 14th. Daniel Ricciardo is out. So the races are out. Bottas, Ricciardo, Ocon, Albon, and Latifi are out of the first qualifying. So Bottas, right, yeah. I'll get up on the screen now for the races, which are now, of course, out the race. We'll get up on the screen. So these guys here, these 5 here are out of they are out of qualifying, and this is how they will be starting. So Latifi starts in last, as per usual. I do not remember the last time Latifi did not finish. I don't remember the last time Latifi finished any higher than 20th. I honestly don't. Then you got Alexander Albon in 19th. Then Ocon. So that's not good for Alpine, to be fair. Ricciardo in 17th. Oh my God. And Bottas in 16th. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo, what is the problem with him at the moment? The thing is, though, is where does Ricciardo go next year as well? Like, where are we going to see Daniel Ricciardo? What car we see? Yeah, what constructor are we seeing Daniel Ricciardo at next season? Because I honestly don't know where he goes. I believe he has spoken on it. He doesn't know. I don't know what we're going to see happen with Daniel Ricciardo, to be fair. I honestly don't. Yeah. So that is the first bit of qualifying done. We're going to be going to the second part of qualifying in a few minutes' time. So stay tuned for that. So at the moment, of course, they're the ones who went out. So here we have the top 9. Obviously, it's the top 15 which go through. But we got the top 9 here. So Verstappen tops, Hamilton second, Leclerc third, Perez 4th, Sainz 5th, Russell 6th, Magnussen 7th, Tsunoda 8th, Alonso 9th. So Alpine have still got Fernando Alonso, but they have not got Ocon anymore because Ocon's now out. So yeah, Ocon's now out. But Alpine have still got. They've obviously though still got Alonso in though. But the rest, that's not too good for them though. But yeah, Ocon. I'm just doing a quick check something. Oh, there's Christian Horner there on the screen, saying his thoughts on how it's all going at the moment. He's not exact. Yeah, wait, no. Obviously, he did speak out on what he thought on the whole situation with the investigations, of course, going on about Red Bull at the moment. Obviously, he doesn't seem happy with the investigations going on. I mean, I doubt we'll hear anything really about it for a while, to be fair. They probably will take a while investigating that issue, though, to be completely honest. They probably will. They're going to take they are obviously going to be taking their time with it all, of course. So we can't expect anything to happen with it, like, too soon, to be fair, though. But we will see, though. We will see what happens with it all, of course. And it certainly will be interesting. Make sure you drop a like on the stream, guys. Subscribe if you're new as well. Would, of course, mean a lot if you could. Drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, guys. Get in the live chat. Say your thoughts, of course. And, yeah, on the poll, guys, do vote. Will Max Verstappen win the championship this weekend? Hopefully not, but I don't think he will this weekend. I reckon he will probably win it in Japan. That's when I think he will win it. I think Max Verstappen wins it in Japan, not this weekend in Singapore. But you never know. You never know. You never know. So yeah, we are now back into qualifying 2 now. Certainly this is going to be interesting. Back into qualifying to qualifier 2. So you've got about they've got about 15 minutes now. 15 minutes to get into qualifying 3, of course. Who is gonna do it? Who is gonna be the one to do it? Who is gonna do it? We will see. But yeah, it certainly is gonna be interesting. But yeah, I feel like if Max Verstappen finishes on pole, that's basically game over. Like Verstappen if Verstappen finishes on pole, then if Verstappen's on pole, Verstappen's winning the race. I feel like that is probably fair to say. If Verstappen finishes on pole, he will win the whole. He will win the whole race. To be fair, but we will see though. We will see what happens with it all, though. Of course. So yeah, 15 races. Everyone's out apart from both Red Bull drivers. Oh wait, no. Everyone's out now. Everyone's out. Yeah. So this is now this is of course the second part of qualifying. Lando Norris is an interesting one. Like, how is Lando Norris gonna do? Of course, this weekend. I feel like that's definitely a real interesting one. How is Lando Norris obviously going to get on? But also, how is I don't know, like Mick Schumacher is up there as well in qualifying 2. So it'd be interesting to see how he could possibly do this week as well, Mick Schumacher. So that will of course be interesting to see. Gasly, Pierre Gasly's there, Magnussen's there as well. So yeah, Haas. Yeah, it's good for Haas. There, of course, got both their drivers in there. Magnussen and Schumacher. Bottas is out. Zoe's in it though. Sainz now on his flying lap. Now. So yeah, Sainz now on his flying lap. Russell as well. Leclerc, Hamilton. So yeah, no one's completed their lap just yet. No one's completed their lap just yet, though. They haven't got any lap times through just yet. Just need to quickly check something. Obviously at 1 p.m. tomorrow, that is of course when we will be underway with the Grand Prix. Yeah, the Grand Prix, of course, is on at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So it certainly is going to be a real interesting race, to be fair. I'm looking forward to it, but I just really hope that Max Verstappen does not win the whole thing. I mean, he is going to at some point, though. Let's face it, he is going to at some point, but just not 100. It will be in Japan, though. It will be in Japan. Like Verstappen's over 100 points ahead of Charles Leclerc at the moment. To be fair, so yeah, they're all still out on their inter tires at the moment. Because it's still very wet on. It's wet in the pit. It's a bit wet on the track as well. Not as wet. It's not that wet on the track. It's quite wet in the pit though. I think, yeah, because I remember in practice 3 they were having they were having problems in the pits. To be fair, Leclerc currently holds the fastest lap, 1 minute 52.343, followed behind by Lando Norris and then Fernando Alonso. Yeah, so 10 minutes to go. We got 10 minutes to go now. Lewis Hamilton takes himself up to second now. And now Max Verstappen out of the pits now. He's now on his out lap now, Max Verstappen. Vettel takes 7th place now. Tsunoda up to 10th. Verstappen now 2nd place. Perez now in 3rd. Now, oh God. Yeah, Sainz in 14th at the moment. Carlos Sainz currently in 14th. Magnussen is a driver at risk at the moment in 10th, of course. So yeah, Leclerc currently at the top of the grid at the moment. Leclerc currently at the top, followed by Max Verstappen at the moment. So that is how it's looking. Zoe currently at the bottom at the moment. Zoe Guan Yu. So yeah, Zoe Guan Yu currently at the bottom. Russell's in the pit. He's in 13th, but Russell's in the pit. He's probably going to come out in a few minutes again, though. Yeah, Leclerc now. And when we look at George Russell here, Yeah, they all seem, I don't know, like the turnings, those turnings seem to be really hard, to be fair. They slow you down massively in this Singapore one. Turnings really, really slow you down. Like, I know, like, they are, like, they slow you down anyway, but these Singapore turnings and everything, like, they really do slow you down a lot, though, to be honest with you, though. Singapore turnings, they slow you down a lot, and we see a lot of lockups on this track as well, to be fair. Singapore, a lot, we really do get a lot of lockups on this track. Hamilton's on his outlap at the moment. Sainz currently in 4th place at the moment. Yes. Alonso in 7th place at the moment. There, Fernando Alonso. Who's this boxing? Alonso's boxing now. He's going back into the pit. Hamilton's still on his outlap at the moment. Obviously, as I have been saying, this is the longest track. How much laps is it, though? I want to have a quick check. How much laps is this race? Because I'm not 100% sure on how much it is. How many laps? Let me have a quick look at the info. Circuits. 61 laps around the track. 61 laps. So the lap record is held by Kevin Magnussen in 2018, 1 minute 41.905. I don't think there's been a race here since like 2019 or something, I think. Leclerc back on his outlap now. Leclerc wanted to box for something. I missed it though from what they said. So they're all on intertires, but we don't know what Sainz is on though, it says. Max Verstappen in the pits, he's probably getting something done. Perez in the pit as well. Vettel in the pit. 4 minutes and a half left to go. 4.5 minutes left now. So Stroll and Vettel, both of the Aston Martin cars, are now on soft tyres. Gasly's on inter tyres. Vettel and Stroll are the only two drivers now out on soft. So they're the only two drivers out on soft. So Aston Martin are trying something here, it looks like. So Aston Martin are now trying on the soft tyres. It looks like. Alonso pits, Verstappen currently in the pit, Perez in the pit, Magnussen in the pit, Gasly in the pit. Looking at Hamilton at the moment. Fastest sector 2, Lewis Hamilton 43.546 in sector 3, or was it sector 2? I think it was sector 3. Though, to be fair. So Leclerc is currently at the top. Lewis Hamilton now, that lap takes him up to 2nd place now. Oh wait, Verstappen now on his outlap. Perez is the only driver in the pit now at the moment. Sergio Perez is now the only player in the pit. Russell now goes up to 7th. Hasn't been looking like the greatest of qualifying so for George Russell, to be fair though. Like, it hasn't looked exactly amazing for Russell to be. Oh, what's happened here? Oh wait, problem there with Lance Stroll, but he's all right now. About 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left now of 2 minutes left of qualifying 2, and then we will of course be into qualifying number 3, and then that is when we will of course find out who will finish on pole position. So that is certainly going to be interesting. Who is going to finish on pole position going into tomorrow? Yeah, it certainly is going to be interesting to see who it is going to be. It's it's 9:38 over there. Quite a few hours ahead of us, Singapore, in England. Quite a few hours ahead. Oh, 1 minute left now. We've got 1 minute left of qualifying 2. So in the elimination zone at the moment, Vettel, Mick Schumacher, Magnussen, Zoe, and Tsunoda. But Zoe's on his outlap now at the moment. Zoe's on his outlap. Zoe's on his outlap. Yeah, final seconds left now of qualifier 2. So we are going to be seeing some drivers finishing up in the next couple of seconds or minutes or so. So yeah, Tsunoda in 15th, Magnussen 13th, Zoe 14th, Schumacher 12th at the moment. Yeah. That's Perez done. That is Perez done. Tsunoda up to 6th. So Tsunoda looks to be going into the last qualifying. There you go. 8th for Magnussen. Vettel, it's going to be interesting to see whereabouts he finishes. Oh, yeah, looks like it's going to be the end of qualifying for Vettel in 13th. Verstappen's finished. Perez is finished. Hamilton's done. Leclerc's still going. Norris is done. Russell's still going. Alonso's the driver at risk at the moment. Magnussen 13th. Mick Schumacher in 13th, sorry, and Magnussen in 9th. Now, as Gasly moves up to 6th. Alonso up to 5th. Russell in the danger zone now. Well, he's in the elimination zone. It hasn't been too good for him, but he's still got that, though, that he's on. He should be able to get out of it. This is interesting to see who this top 10 is going to be fair. So it's not Stroll. Vettel's still on a lap. Zoe's still going. Russell's eliminated as well. Russell's eliminated. So, Lewis Hamilton's up in second though, but George Russell, he's starting in 11th tomorrow. He'll be starting in 11th place. So yeah, Mercedes aren't going to be too happy with that one at all for George Russell. And that's just done. Vettel is the final though, and that's Vettel done. So we're going to our top 10. Yeah, Toto Wolff not too happy with how Russell's done, I don't think. Yeah, he's not too happy at all. So here we have now got our top 10. There you go. So we got our top 10 now. So in our top 10, we've got Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Alonso, Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda, Norris, and Kevin Magnussen. So yeah, Magnussen in the final bit of qualifying. Magnussen is in qualifying number 3 now. So that's good for Haas. That is good for Haas to be in the top 10 to start with, of course. So that's good for Haas. Not too good for Mercedes though. Russell's going to be starting the race in 11th. Hopefully, I don't know. I really want Hamilton to get pole. I really want Hamilton to get on pole or Charles Leclerc. I want one of them to get it. They're both my favorite drivers. So obviously, I want one of them to get it. I want it to be Hamilton ideally, though. I want it to ideally be Lewis Hamilton, but we will see what happens with it all. Of course, we will see what happens with it all. Believe 10 minutes 10 minutes will be the final. Will be qualified 3. And it will be 10 minutes long, that one. So we are going to be finding out who will get on pole. We're currently in a break at the moment, but we are going to find out who will get pole position going into tomorrow's race. I mean, if Hamilton can get that, then it will of course be big. It would of course be big for Mercedes. If Hamilton can start in first, then it'd be really interesting to see how he deals with it as well. Of course, Lewis. I feel like if Lewis finishes on pole, then I feel like if Lewis does finish on pole, then there is a chance that he, of course, can win the race 100%. I will definitely be really hopeful of Lewis if he gets pole going into tomorrow's race. Leclerc, Leclerc's an interesting one. Leclerc, in my opinion, can definitely get it. But you never know with Leclerc. He's you just don't know if he's able to hold on to that because Ferrari strategies won't be good. Leclerc can make some really stupid mistakes as well. Of course, Lewis Hamilton's always good at holding on to it, but with this car, will he be all right with it? Holding on to first place if he finishes on pole. Then we got Max Verstappen. Unfortunately, we know he's good enough this season with this car to be able to hold on to it, of course. I don't think Sergio Perez will get pole. I honestly don't think Sergio Perez will finish on pole. I don't think Sainz will. Russell can't. He's starting 11th. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with George Russell going into tomorrow's race, to be fair. It's certainly going to be really interesting to see what happens with Russell, in my opinion, to be fair. But we will see. We will find out tomorrow. But George Russell, we're hearing his audio. Oh no, he won't be happy with how it's gone. He won't be happy with how it's gone at all for him in this qualifier. In this qualifying, of course, in Singapore. Oh yeah, I don't really think it's George Russell's kind of track, to be fair. It's not really his kind of track. George Russell. It's just not his track, really, to be fair. But yeah, we will see how he deals with it all in the actual thing tomorrow, though. But obviously, qualifying hasn't really gone George Russell's way at all. Lando Norris, Lando Norris is in the top 10. I reckon he'll get around, I don't know, possibly 7th or 6th or 7th for Lando Norris and McLaren, probably. Fernando Alonso's in this as well, of course. So it'd be interesting to see where Alonso finishes. He could possibly get 6th or 7th as well. We'll have to see. But, I'm sure Fernando Alonso, it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to do, of course. And where is Fernando Alonso going to finish? In this qualifying course. So yeah, we haven't got long. We have not got long going into this final qualifier. Max Verstappen looks to now be going out. That's either Leclerc or Sainz. Who is it? It's Signs, number 55, Signs. Make sure you guys, of course, drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new as well. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new for some more F1 content as well, guys. Of course. So yeah, here comes Charles Leclerc now. So yeah, Verstappen on his outlap at the moment. Verstappen's on soft tyres now. Verstappen's on soft tyres. Leclerc's not, is he? Yeah, he's not coming out just yet, Leclerc. I think Hamilton's going onto soft tyres as well. It looks like we're currently looking in Hamilton's pit. Hamilton is on soft tyres now. Here comes Lewis Hamilton now. I believe it's 12 minutes they're out for or something actually. For qualifying 3. So Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, Alonso, Sainz, Tsunoda, Norris, Magnussen, and Gasly all going out for their laps now. Now, apart from Gasly. And by the way, I forgot to mention this, but AlphaTauri will have 2 top 10 finishes. AlphaTauri will have 2 top 10 finishes, which is very good for them. Very, very, very good for AlphaTauri. Haas have got Magnussen. Alpine have got Alonso. And Mercedes have only got Hamilton. Red Bull have both the drivers. Ferrari have both the drivers. And obviously AlphaTauri have both the drivers. McLaren have only got Norris. So yeah, 10 minutes to go. 10 more minutes to go now. So yeah, Tsunoda and Magnussen are the ones out on the inter tyres. The rest are out on soft tyres. So yes, and then the rest are on. So yeah, the rest are on soft, but Tsunoda and Magnussen, the 2 now out on inter tyres, and the rest are out on soft. So yeah, we haven't seen off. Yeah, we haven't got time for a lap yet from anybody yet. We will do in a minute though, but we haven't got a lap time for anyone just yet though. But yeah, they're all currently out there. All the drivers are currently out on their lap at the moment here in qualifying. And in the third and final qualifying as well. So yeah, we have got a top 10, but how will our top 10 be? Who will get pole position? Who will start in the podium positions? Who will get pole position? It's certainly going to be interesting to see, and we are about to see now who is going to get it. Okay. So yeah, 8 minutes. We got about 8 more minutes left to go now with this qualifying. Looking at Sergio Perez at the moment. It's looking nice by Sergio Perez at the moment. Yeah, Perez has been doing fairly well on this track. This is a good track for Lewis Hamilton, though. This is a very good track for Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton has been looking very good on this track. Ever since ever since not qualifying. Ever since like practice 1, he looked very good. Lewis Hamilton. Practice 2, fairly good as well. Practice 3, not as good though. He finished 12th in practice 3. He finished first in practice 1, 5th in practice 2, and 12th in practice 3. And currently in the top 10. Russell isn't though. Russell isn't in the top 10. Oh, so Lewis Hamilton now takes the top now. Lewis Hamilton now currently at the top. Let's have a look at all the scores now on the screen. Tsunoda currently in second place. Charles Leclerc in third. Verstappen fourth. Norris fifth. Alonso sixth. Sainz seventh. Gasly eighth. Perez ninth. And Magnussen 10th at the moment. That is how it, of course, looks at the moment. So it is looking good at the moment for Lewis Hamilton. Hopefully Lewis Hamilton is able to keep it up as well. Of course, and this will be the first time this season Lewis Hamilton does finish on pole position this season. So yeah, it certainly is going to be interesting to see what happens on that side of things, to be honest. Max Verstappen now takes... Oh, wait, no, does he? Yeah, Max Verstappen does take second place now. Max Verstappen takes second. Tsunoda still holds that third place. Imagine if Tsunoda finishes third. He won't, though. Probably, I don't know. Tsunoda, I reckon, will finish about 8th or 9th, to be fair. Sainz up to third now. Norris up to second place. Hamilton still holds that first place, though. So Norris up to second. It's looking interesting at the moment. Magnussen's currently on his out lap. He's going to want to try and get a decent lap here. Perez now up there. Alonso now currently takes the fastest lap. But yeah, can Lewis Hamilton get pole position back? Now Leclerc takes pole position. And now he goes down. Lewis Hamilton gets it back. Lewis Hamilton looking really good in this qualifying. He's looking really good on this track. This is a really good track for Lewis Hamilton. He's probably one of the most experienced. I don't know. Like, Lewis is probably one of the most experienced drivers who have drove on this track, to be fair. Lewis has drove on this track many times, to be fair, though. And Lewis Hamilton has set a really good lap time as well. He has set a 1 minute 51.019. Oh, I think there's an issue with Gasly or something. Or is that Tsunoda? There is an issue with one of the AlphaTauris. I don't know who it is though. It's obviously either. I think it's Tsunoda or Gas. I don't know. Tsunoda's the only one out on those inter tires though. Tsunoda. Might want to switch them. We haven't got long left. Will Hamilton get this pole position, or who will take this pole position? Hopefully Lewis can take this pole position, to be fair. Max Verstappen now takes second place. Now, so it's looking really interesting at the moment. It's looking really interesting, to be fair. It's been a really entertaining qualifying, to be fair. It's been a very entertaining qualifying. There you go, Sergio Perez going past all the fans there. Sergio Perez now takes third place. So Hamilton in first, Verstappen in second, Perez in third, and Leclerc in fourth, Sainz in fifth. That is the top 5. I mean, obviously, it's disappointing for Mercedes. You're having Russell out in 11th. But if Hamilton can get pole position, then that will, of course, make it much better, though, for Mercedes. If Hamilton can just get on this pole position, though. So, that's the thing. Hopefully, Lewis can finish on pole position. And it will do Mercedes good. It will do Mercedes good, of course. Make sure you guys, of course, drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more F1 content and everything, of course. It would mean a lot if you could. So, yes. Yeah, not long left for Lewis to get pole position. Hopefully he can. We have not got long left of this race at all. Not race, of this qualifying at all. 2 minutes 18 seconds. So yeah, we've only just got over 2 minutes left of qualifying, and of qualifying 3 as well. So yeah, we are soon going to find out who is going to get pole position. So far, it stands with Lewis Hamilton. There's a lock up there. I don't know who that was. Another AlphaTauri. This is a real hard track. Like, you see more lockups than you do really anywhere else, to be fair, or at Singapore. It's a really hard track to drive on. Driving at night as well. They do say the F1 drives. It's always very interesting driving at night as well, to be fair. I have a feeling bloody Max is going to finish on pole, but hopefully Lewis can. Hopefully Lewis can get this pole position done, though. But we will certainly find out in a minute, though. Who is going to finish on pole? We're about to find out. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new as well, guys. Would, of course, mean a lot if you could. Oh, Alonso, with a minute to go, takes pole position at the moment. Alonso holds first place in pole position. Now Charles Leclerc takes it. Verstappen in fourth, Hamilton in third. That's a really good lap for Charles Leclerc as well. It's a really good lap time for Leclerc. Good lap for Leclerc at the moment. 1 minute 49.412. Can Lewis get back up there? I hope he can, but if Leclerc gets it, I'll be happy as well, though. Because Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc are, of course, my favourite drivers. But, obviously Lewis hasn't got pole position yet, so I'd like it if he could today. But, Leclerc, if he gets it, I will be happy because he's one of my favourites as well. I think Leclerc is going to finish on pole. Leclerc looks to finish on pole. 20 seconds left. Final couple of seconds left now. Gasly moves up to 7th. It's been a bit poor. It's been a bit of a poor last qualifying. It's been a bit of a poor third qualifying for Tsunoda. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Sainz takes second. Sainz now takes second. So yeah, they're all going to be on the final lap now. We're all going to see how is it going to end. Oh, Perez second. Perez is done in second, but that can change. None of the other drivers are yet to finish. Alonso. Here we go. Norris in fourth, and that's him done. Hamilton fastest sector in sector 2. Alonso fourth. That's Alonso done. Still, though, we're not over yet. It's not over yet, though. It's not over yet. Not over yet, though. Lewis Hamilton now. Can Hamilton get pole position? Oh, no, he's not on pole, Lewis. Third place, that takes him. Oh. Yeah, not long at all. Just about half a second, Lewis, there as well. So Leclerc currently in that pole position, but will Verstappen get pole position? Hopefully not. He's in 7th at the moment. He's second. He's just about 2 seconds off that, though, anyway. We'll see what happens. Oh, I don't think he'll get it. Hopefully not. Please don't. Leclerc finishes on pole. He just decided to finish that lap there, Verstappen. He's going to be finishing in about 8th. Max didn't want to box, but they told him to box. So, yeah, Max Verstappen abandoned the final lap there. Finishes in 8th, and Verstappen wasn't happy there. So Charles Leclerc finishes on pole. Leclerc finishes on pole. Charles Leclerc is on pole. That's a good result there. Leclerc's on pole. Perez is second. Hamilton gets third as well. So solid qualifying for Leclerc, who's on pole, and Lewis Hamilton as well. Good qualifying from Lewis Hamilton in third place. So, yeah, Lewis Hamilton can really push for it from the start, to be fair. Lewis Hamilton can really push for it. So, yeah, we will find out what happens with it all tomorrow, but it certainly is going to be really interesting tomorrow's Grand Prix, to be fair. It's going to be really good. Verstappen, I don't know, like, he does start there. I really hope that he's not able to bloody just get back up there. I really hope that Max finishes low tomorrow. Because I really don't like him. But, look. But yeah, so Leclerc on pole going into tomorrow's race. Charles Leclerc on pole. So yeah, Max Verstappen not happy there at all. Max Verstappen not happy at all there. I don't know why, to be fair, that they didn't want him to go in, to be fair. I don't know why they wanted him to go in. That's the thing. I don't know why they took him out of that final lap, to be honest. It's weird. But yeah, Leclerc on pole position going into tomorrow's race. Make sure you guys, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop a like on the stream as well, guys. Would mean a lot if you could. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like as well. But so Leclerc finishes on pole. Leclerc is finishing in that pole position tomorrow. Followed by Perez. Followed by So yeah, Leclerc, Perez, Hamilton finish in top 3 going into tomorrow's race. So certainly that is certainly going to be interesting. And yeah, we will find out tomorrow who is going to win the race tomorrow. Who's going to win the Grand Prix tomorrow? My money now, I think I'm going to go. I think Charles Leclerc is going to do it. I do think Charles Leclerc will do it. I think Lewis will get third or second. I think Lewis will get second. I think Leclerc will win. Yeah, I am going to. So, yeah, Leclerc now on pole that's his second time in a row. He was on pole for Italy. Now he's on pole in Singapore. Can he actually hold on to it this time now, Charles Leclerc, though? That is the question. Is Leclerc actually going to be able to now hold on to that pole position? We will see and find out tomorrow. But I'm sure he can. Hopefully he can. Hopefully Leclerc will be able to hold on to that pole position. Well, no, he has held on to that pole position. But will he be able to hold on to first and win the race? That's what I'm trying to say. Will he be able to win tomorrow? Tomorrow we will see. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video of King Oles. I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.